This is Biomolecules lecture series.
Hello everyone. In this lecture series we are dealing with the lipids. So far we have seen the introduction of lipid. What are the lipids? Its definition, how is its general structure, what are the components. Then we have seen what are the fatty acids. There are two kinds of fatty acids. The first one is saturated and second one is unsaturated fatty acids. Then we have studied the properties, both physical and chemical properties of lipids. In this lecture, we are going to study the classification of lipids. Lipids are classified into four main types. Broadly, they are classified into four main types of lipids. These types are based on the overall structure, the components, and how they are arranged in the structure. On that basis, there are four types. The first one is simple lipids, the second one is complex lipids, third one is derived lipids, fourth one is miscellaneous lipids, which are further subdivided into different groups. Okay. The first one, that is simple lipids. They are basically the esters of fatty acids with alcohol. It may be glycerol or any other alcohol. These are also called as homolipids and triglycerides. Triglycerides. On hydrolysis, they produce 3 molecules of fatty acids and 1 molecule of glycerol or any other alcohol. For example, fats and oils and waxes. Fats and oils are basically the esters of fatty acids with glycerol. The only difference between oils and fats is nothing but its physical state. Oils are liquid, while fats are solid at room temperature. Waxes are nothing but esters of fatty acids, usually long chain fatty acids with alcohols other than the glycerol. Alcohols other than the glycerol. These alcohols may be aliphatic or alicyclic. Cetyl alcohol is the most commonly found in waxes. We know the uses of waxes. Waxes are used in different products like candles, lubricants, cosmetics, ointments, polishes, etc. So these are simple lipids in which they have only 3 fatty acids and 1 glycerol or any other alcohol in their structure. Fats and oils and waxes are the examples of simple lipids. Moving on, the second type of lipids are complex or compound lipids. Complex or compound lipids. These are esters of fatty acids with alcohols containing additional groups such as phosphate, nitrogenous bases, carbohydrates, protein, etc. So here the fatty acids and alcohols are common. Addition to that, there are other chemical groups are also present like phosphate, nitrogenous base, carbohydrate, protein, etc. That's why they are also called as heterolipids. That's why they are called as heterolipids. They are further divided as follows. The first one is phospholipids. Phospholipids. As the name indicates, they contain phosphoric acid and frequently nitrogenous base in addition to alcohol and fatty acids. The additional group here is phosphoric acid. The additional group here is phosphoric acid. There are two type of phospholipids are present. The first one is glycerophospholipids. These phospholipids contains glycerol. as the alcohol. For example, lecithin, cephalin, etc. While sphingophospholipid contain sphingosine is the alcohol in this group of phospholipids. For example, sphingomyelin. Sphingomyelin. So, phospholipids are of two types on the basis of the alcohol present in its structure. If it's glycerol, then it will be called as glycerophospholipids, and if it is sphingosine, it is called as sphingospholipids. Okay. The second type of complex or compound lipids are glycolipids. As the name indicates, they contain carbohydrate as the additional chemical component. These lipids contain fatty acids, carbohydrates, nitrogenous base, and the alcohol is sphingosine. Hence, they are also called as glycosphingolipids. They are called as glycosphingolipids. For example, cerebrosides, which are present in the brain cells, and gangliosides also. So, glycolipids are present in the brain. Third type of complex or compound lipids is lipoproteins. Lipoproteins. We have seen this word many times. Lipoproteins are the part of biomembranes or cell membranes, macromolecular complexes of lipids with proteins. Okay, these are macromolecular complexes of lipids with proteins. So additional part here is proteins. Lipids plus proteins becomes lipoproteins. They are components of cell membranes. They are components of cell membrane. Remember the Singer and Nicholson model, in which you can see that there are two layers of lipids and the proteins are present along with them, or they are sandwiched between them. So lipoproteins are macromolecular complexes with lipids with proteins. Then other complex lipids, for example, sulfolipids, aminolipids, lipopolysaccharides are among the other complex lipids. So we have discussed the complex lipids also. Complex lipids are of four types. The first one is phospholipids, second one is glycolipids, third one is lipoproteins, fourth one is other complex lipids. Okay. Let's talk about the derived lipids. As the name indicates, these are derived products of lipids. These products are derived from the lipids. They are not basically lipids, but they are derived products of them. So these are hydrolysis products of lipids. On hydrolysis, the lipids produce these kind of products. They include the glycerol, other alcohols, fatty acids, mono and diacyl glycerols, lipids, fats, soluble vitamins, steroids, hormones, hydrocarbons, and ketone bodies are some examples of these derived lipids. Lipid soluble vitamins, steroids, hormones, hydrocarbons, ketone bodies, fatty acids, alcohols, glycerol, mono and diglycerols. Diglycerols are the examples of derived lipids. So these are basically hydrolysis products of lipids. Moving further, the last type of lipids is the miscellaneous lipids. Miscellaneous lipids. These include a large number of compounds possessing the characteristics of lipids. So these are not lipids. These are the compounds possessing the characteristics of lipids. They are lipid-like. They are having some properties of lipids. Okay, for example, carotenoids, squalene, hydrocarbons such as pentacosane, which is present in the beeswax and terpenes, etc. Carotenoids, we know what are carotenoids. We know hydrocarbons such as pentacosane, then terpenes and squalene are the examples of miscellaneous lipids. Basically, these are not the lipids, but these are chemical compounds have which possess some characteristics of lipids. That's why they are included in the miscellaneous lipids. Miscellaneous lipids. So today we have studied the classification of lipids, in which we have studied that on the basis of structure and properties of the lipids, there are four types of lipids are present. The first one is simple lipids, second one is complex lipids, the third one is derived lipids, and the fourth one is miscellaneous lipids. Miscellaneous lipids. So we have completed this part. Thank you.